really proper. That's, ooh. Hello, beautiful fellow human beings. So, gonna make some things today, I hope. Just got back from the first chemo appointment with my dad. It was brutal. It was brutal. I think the most brutal part was the temperature of the office for everyone involved. It was like 55 degrees. It was wildly cold. But my dad did all right through it. He's already lost a good amount of weight, but you know, with all the stress, it's been a little hard to like get meals in, and but now that the first, you know, trip is over, and he is already pretty acquainted with how the radiation works, so hoping that it starts to become a little easier, because a little easier to eat, I mean, and have an appetite. So hey Walter, I want to thank visiting here for this gorgeous bouquet, quite literally, a gorgeous bouquet of feathers. And today I'm finally gonna give the alder a go and try to find more information on it. And I realized my phone was dead. Tried to wear a plain white shirt to try to like contrast. That's all I had with me, but I'm gonna give this a go. I got to this bit, but I had no married feathers or turkey feathers to use for wings, and I'm not sure if the hackle is appropriate for this pattern. However, it's the most I guess uniform that I've gotten thus far, with the most, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if it's proper for this pattern, proper at all, but just like, you know, there's a little scrappiness over here. No, I don't know what I was thinking there, but you know what I mean? It just came out the best out of any I've tried thus far. But getting there, and you know, practice doesn't make perfection, it makes progress. And just trying to keep my hands busy for the sake of that. And yeah, the chemo today was 4 hours and 5 bags. 3 big bags, massive sacks, and 2 little bags, the smallest IV bags I've ever seen there. It's amazing what the human mind can consider adorable, because those IV bags they were so cute. But a lot of stuff, and absolutely frigid. So next time I'm gonna bring more stuff. If you ever have to go for chemo or have to go with a friend or family member, bring a blanket. It is very cold, understandably so. And but couldn't ask for a better place. They're really nice, and like they're like, yeah, you could eat, you could order pizza if you want, and that, you know, kind of thing. But starting to build up a little much, so please do feel free to send me your address, and I will ship while I'm by a post office. And just let me know what kind of like stuff that you want to or you fish with, because it would be nice to get some out there. They'll just take a stamp. And I do the same with jewelry. Like when I make a bunch of excess, like I give. So oops, I might have to change skirts. Did not think of it. I got shorts on. But anywho, so hope everyone's having a beautiful day. Got there at 8 and left around like 1:10 or 1:15, but also could make some more maggots today. Could really stand to use some. Hope you're having a beautiful day, Walt. And yes, I'm always interested in free stuff. Always. It doesn't matter what it is, really. It doesn't matter if it's ripped up clothes, broken jewelry, furniture. if it's not a useful object, it's a material, so you know, I never pass up free stuff. I do frequent many a side of the road pile. But here in my hometown, I'm sure in yours too, they have something similar, which is bulk pickup, and that's when people toss full furniture. Big things. And if you need firewood, just go on the day where they do vegetation. Getting a lot of pop-ups. I didn't want to put the phone on Do Not Disturb in case my parents needed to disturb. So, stoked on this, and also going to give a nice little proper a go while I have a few feathers. And this is, I'm guessing could imitate a load of things or symbolizes a load of things. But it's beautiful, and I have some really beautiful rooster feathers. Not many, but I really want to get some. But I'm not sure how to get it nice and thick and full like that. Is that like 2 double tackles, or like wrap one, wrap another, wrap them both at the same time? I'm not sure. Hello, Larry. But if anybody does tie flies or make lures, any form of lures, I'm fixing to make some CUDA tubes for my dad's friend when I get the materials. And please do let me know. And if you sell them online, let me know, because if you have a link, I could put it on the website, because it's pretty much could be Etsy for objects in which to acquire fish with. But and instead of like them being listed on the site, though, I think it'd be way easier if there's like it just has the link to your shop if you already have a shop, or a link, or email, or anything like that. Oops. And that way they just like go to you. But I think I'm gonna not list, but post all the flies that I've tied throughout learning. There's a few I'm gonna keep for sentimental purposes, but I sure don't need them all. And figured I'd put a little section that says adoptables or something, and those will be donation only, so anywhere from like $1 to whatever, just to get the shipping. And yeah, adoptables is the current plan. I'm not sure what color thread I would like to use. I still need to get a thicker black thread. I just didn't pay attention, and when I picked that out, it was to be kind of utilitarian or multi-purpose. I got the thinnest string I've ever seen in my life, but it's not too thin. It's very sturdy, but you know, for small flies, and my fingertips are just not there yet. But really beautiful thread. Oh, I should say the size. 70 ultra thread. Stoked to tie little flies indeed, but rushing, but also taking it slow. And then I've been meaning to recreate some of Code's grandpa's flies, so then he could kind of technically fish with them. And there's a few that I have very similar materials to, and if I don't, I'm fixing to try to make them. Like, I'm not sure what to use for like the body. I think it's called diamond braid. I'm not sure. It's like a tube and metallic woven tube. Sorry for the light. One moment. Let me get situated. And this day is made of pure gold. My muscles ache. It was so cold. Oh, I brought so many books. Like every pen I own. I was fixing to do some intensive doodling, brutal doodling. But no, it was frigid, and my body was rigid, and as you can see, I'm affected. It was pretty cool though. They have loads of blankets, which I was like, oh, we're gonna get out of here. I love blankets. It's one area at the thrift store I avoid sometimes because I have too many, but beautiful hand crocheted blankets, and the woman who crocheted them happened to be there. Hold on. I might have to grab a scarf or something. I don't think this did it. Alright. Here we go. So, I have to just sit at angle, I guess. More proper like. Trying to figure out what to start with. There has been a color combination I've been really wanting to do. And I happen to have just a scrap of the blue chenille, the bedtime blankie yarn, well, chenille. Joanne Fabrics had, and Code, if he pops up, can attest to it, holy trucks. It was a very difficult decision, so I just picked one that was like lying around the store randomly, because they had a full aisle of chenille, and you know, in like beginner mode, so once you get a little bit more like just, you know, experience, I'll probably go for the better quality chenille specific to the purpose. However, until then, bulk like that, like yarn, which I will always end up using, because that would make a really nice net bag. But really affordable and huge skeins, I believe. The light's still in the... It just helps so much to be able to see. I had to... Hey! Hey, Sam. It is. I really appreciate it. I've been streaming for a really long time, arts and crafts, but living in the swamp because moved up there with Code to grow a permaculture forest, food forest. However, just, you know, one thing after another, like any big project like that, it's like pushing a rock up a hill, but it started to feel a little too much like Sisyphus. So we're both trying to be based back here. I got so off track with that. Shoot. But yeah, I really appreciate it because, you know, I'm gonna be sitting at my desk making things probably for the rest of my life. It's been pretty well my entire life thus far. No sign of change. And eventually it would be really nice to have other people, especially anyone that has anything that they want to show anyone. Whether it be like little collections, any type of collections. Ooh. God, I wish I could tune it somehow, because then you could have a bunch of them and like a kalimba. But Code's gonna help me put electrical bits, and then so when you touch the hook, it's like, and then when you touch the other one, it's like, I think it's gonna be sweet. Alright. What I like about this one is that it's like a blue chenille with a really nice orange, which my orange is not that tangerine beautiful dreamy, but we will make it too. And some hackle fibers, supposing. They're very, very thin, but really, let me just use like this. I hate putting my fingertips like. I'm a crafter and I plant plants now upon occasion, but freaking mad at plants. You can't live off plants. No, you can. I mean, you can survive. You can't thrive. I was like, man, put all this energy into plants. And like, it was just it's too far for anybody to come out to buy them. So, gonna base back here and just grow the plants out there and figure out perhaps maybe irrigation someday. See, I think this. I should grab the scale. Oh, it's right here. It's just some of these. The dry hooks and the wet hooks are identical to my eyes. And again, thank you, Fiercesight. He doesn't really come around that too much anymore, but greatly appreciated. 4, 3, 4. Okay, those are the same. Wait, same hook. Same hook. Because the dry hooks look really similar. Four. 5, and I'm curious because this is almost the same size shank length. 4. Interesting. This thing comes in so much handy. So I actually wanted to get a scale for the longest time for earrings, because earrings that are too heavy will rip someone's ears for real. And so I just wanted to be a little aware of that while making stuff to hang on. Trying to find a better hook. Hey Hugo! Hey Sam! Oh, it's all Sam again. Sam's one of my favorite names though, like Sam and Oliver, like those kind of names. Those. Sam. Theodore. I might change into pants though, because I tell you what, it's really awkward sitting like this. Kinda hurts the spine a bit. These are perfect, I think. I'm trying to get them as identical as I can, because these are for code, and they're actually his grandpa's flies, tied in Scotland by John Ward. That's his name. Code's got a really cool family line in history. his grandpa's brother had a pet bear that was actually world famous. He's gonna make a video on it eventually, but his name was Hercules, and he was in movies, music, commercials. I was gonna say movies, music, and more. That was a little music store here, like records. And how have you been, Hugo? I wish I could play it. So it would be so sick as an instrument. But let me find that scar. God, it's really hard. I'm like smushing myself around. Did I see it like that? My parents are actually at another appointment. However, it was a pre-op appointment, and I didn't have many questions. And tomorrow the port is being placed really early in the morning. We have to be there at 7. And it's like 38 minutes away, so gotta leave a little earlier because it's also very, very congested in Florida now, so traffic is a little slower, like at all times of the day. Can't get over it. I just happen to have pretty dang close to the same color chenille that this fly has. Pretty dang close. On camera, it looks a little greenish gray on this side compared to this, but I'm telling you, in person, it's really close. I'm considering this is quite old. I'm really, really good. Oh my gosh, they said in France. I could possibly not imagine. So, would you be on the Mediterranean? You're getting bit by stuff. I'm moving a lot of stuff around. I really want to find, there's a lot of salvage yards that almost specialize in antiques, like in regards to salvage. So it'll be gates, like iron gates, Spanish tiles, as in hand-painted tiles, and great big stacks of them, and coral blocks. And you could put some of that just anywhere and make something look like $1 million, but ew. I seem to forget what I mentioned that for. Oh, looking for a divider or a solution to divide this. So maybe 2 window panes and then a glass door. And then like something, there's like a little kitchen window thing. This could have masses of greenery in it, and it would almost air condition the house. I'm baking. It's finally getting to be warm enough to get back in the water, which that's what I've really been waiting for. I'm also gonna make one with pink. But yeah, really excited. I saw scissors. Yeah, I was just looking at how, because maybe I could do like a pass of the pink, but go over with the orange. If this isn't like poof enough. Excuse me. Yeah, it was everything locked down. Yeah. Oh no, it's a Phil case. Bohem friends. It's one of my Just the lighting or like plague. But really always looking for more French music. I keep meaning to ask also. I listen to a lot of just like anything really, any genre I mean, and any era. Like Mika was really big here in America, but his French stuff is like real good. And then same thing with or Le Coeur de Pirate, and I don't know how to pronounce that one, but Le Coeur de Pirate, the heart of a pirate heart, I think. But I think she's from Canada, which is a beautiful thing. Anyway, but a lot of Jacques Brel. He's undeniably one of my favorite, not only music-wise, but songwriting-wise, because obviously I have to look up the translations. I mean, could pull out basics, but zero context. So, and you know, miss out on context, which, especially in the French language, just like fainted is to fall in the apples, so like could pick out apples, and you know, if you knew like faint or tomber pomme, I believe, but like the context, it's one of those like super descriptive languages, so it's like I have to read the translation, but one day I do want to get a little more fluent in French. It's the only language that I've gotten past like basics and stuck with for a really long time. Try Spanish every now and then, but without like practice and like an actual person to practice with. I'm on Tandem a lot, and usually just in those voice rooms. Haven't been on it that much lately. I should really start checking it out again. Tandem is great if you're looking for learning other languages. It's like they even karaoke rooms where people will just be singing a song in whatever language they're trying to learn. It's really nice. And it's people of all backgrounds, ages, and everyone's just trying to understand like language as is not yet their own, which is fantastic. So everyone has like a common goal. There's very little like I don't. There was someone doing it. I swear. Code was there, so he was there, so he could attest to it. There was someone doing it, but other than that, I've never heard like an argument or like a disagreement or anything on Tandem. It's just a lot of really like culturally curious people, and people want to talk about culture, get even simple things help someone so much, like learn whatever their language of choice is or necessity by recommending music, recipes, and all kinds of stuff like that. It goes a long way. And sorry for all the yapping. I was hoping that waterfall was gonna help with that. But 'twas a day. It was brutal. So they're going for a pre-op for a endoscopy, and that is for the spot, not that the one on the lungs, but in the bronchial, like the bronchial fork in the road, if you will. Heart of Pirate! Yeah, she's from Canada. See? Asked if you were homeless, then removed it? Yeah, Burger Destroyer. my parents' neighbor. I don't know if they saw on Facebook or my parents mentioned them, but they were like, or mentioned fly tying, but they brought it over. Please. Yeah, cause you gotta make a video on Hercules. One day I'll make a video on Blue. There's so much footage I never posted, but I really appreciate that, Hugo, because I am not exaggerating when I say France is one of the #1 places that I've wanted to see in person since I was a child. Like one of the ones that's never changed. I'm trying to figure out like a reasonable and realistic trip, because my friend lives in China, and I mean, when we were kids, it was always like, I'm gonna live in China. Ends up living in China, and he bounces all over the place, and offered to help figure out a reasonable and super affordable and easy trip to Vietnam, because that's one of my #1 spots I want to see in person. And right, like for fishing, and well, obviously France for fishing, Mediterranean. I don't know if I'd be able to do much fishing in France though, because how I see it, like every inch is absolutely historical, like a different kind of historical. It's nuts. And then you have like obviously like the catacombs and that kind of thing, but the Mediterranean and all different like land. Like anytime I see a picture and then it's like somewhere in France, it's always yet another surprise. Very expansive, but really want to go to Vietnam to try to do some fishing, like in creeks and quiet places that just happen to be ultra green, but in a different way. Code. Hey Loki! Making one of Code's grandpa's flies. Got a good deal of them to learn from, and grabbed a few with me that brought a few with me that I had the materials for, so I could try to tie them as identical as I possibly can. And I should weigh this, because maybe there's weight in there and I just can't feel it or see it. This is invaluable. 9. I mean, I'm sure this is a wet fly. It's 9 ounces, and if that hook is, let me just keep these out. Ooh. The hot air back here is moving out. Code, I took your advice. I put a fan. It's not even fully back here, but it's 3. Well, it's just, this isn't all gonna be wrapped on it, but I just want to see if it even weighs anything. Alright. I'll put some lead in there because there has to be something. Because there's a good... How much is it? I won't be able to weigh it. But that like front bit, that's where I'm gonna put the wire. This would be a cool little thing fly tires could do for, I'm sure maybe they do for this, but retying perhaps like sentimental flies. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me tie in some of these. I always go overboard or well underboards. I'm gonna try to just get it as close to this original here. Gotta work on my pinching game. Oops, shoot. Right, you know what? Let me... Did I... Oh. I meant to zoom in. Sorry. Hey, David! God, look how dinged up I am today. Just been moving stuff around and back and forth a lot more than usual. Probably for the next week. It's gonna be a little hectic. Every single day of the week is radiation. One day of the week is chemo. Try to get the light a little better. Yeah, well, at least you can see better. It's not the nicest shirt. I had one plain article of clothing. Everything else is like, has really, God, look at I bent over, or I grabbed something from the table, but I have this vice, and I moved the hook and everything. The hook was pointing upwards. When I get tired or hungry, I get a little clumsy. As soon as I feel that, I go and eat. Wow. It's just really fiery color for just little fibers. Shrimp fettuccine. That sounds fire. I'm trying to figure out something for dinner tonight. My dad lost like, God, 10 pounds or 12 pounds. Not good. That is worst possible. So any bulk up meals I'm looking for and recipes. Minimal carbs because cancer like just destroys digestion. And what I think is also cool about this pattern is the back, the shell back or wing casing. I'm really into shrimp patterns. There's like unlimited shrimp patterns that I want to try or learn to tie efficiently. I wish I was wearing pure white. You know, this is like, you know what? I'm just gonna change because this is the worst possible. It's nice to see. What's a nail? Is that the? What's a nail? Oh man. Yeah, I can't. I could never do. Not even when I was younger. I could never do my nails. I actually thought that was that trend wasn't gonna last. Which I'm not judging or nothing. I just didn't think it was gonna last as long as it did. But I tell you what, I really want to get nail artists together with a fly tire and like have an arts and crafts day essentially. But the painting techniques and the micro art and be able to achieve like hyper realism with the most interesting tools. I also think it would be funny to have like a little not a competition but a challenge where like, I wouldn't be able to commit to like long nails like that, but maybe for like 5 minutes. But it'd be fun to try to tie flies with like those super long ones, like all the humans wear. But yeah, sometimes I'll be watching those videos and like, wow, that is an incredible technique. Okay, shoot. Well, it's okay, because this could be bulked up. This could stand to have some bulk. Because it is bulky. And my chenille is not. Ooh. Okay. I'm just gonna wrap this way. And code, this is that chenille from Joann's. It happens to be the same color. Oh, wait. Oh. No. Let's be a little bit more. I'm just trying to figure out where I could like land this so I could get that top encasing. Hold up. One. Oh. Oi. Mírala bien. My mom remembers Daddy Yankee, of course. I introduced her to Wisin Yandel today. And tomorrow, Zion E. Lennox. Just trying to get right there. Just didn't want it to lay so flat. Okay. Oh. Oh. Shoot. I forgot about the chenille. Oh, jeez. Will I have room? Alright. Again. Left. No room. Well, I'm just gonna... I'm sorry. I need to appropriately wrap and counter wrap, but my mind is so fried I can't even do the mental math. Like, should it be this or this? Alright, so I did run out of room. Dedication. I wish I could speak Spanish, because I wish I could, I guess. Both good, baby. Ooh. I really like that Jacques Brel's. Oh, I know. Let's read a Mitsoku. Ah. They have a few songs I really like. One is Andy and C'est comme ça. Shoo. Oh, how I said that bad. Anywho. Oh gosh. No, 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 no. I think that's about as good as they're gonna get, because it's totally out of room. I'm gonna be gluing that down. And for security purposes, I'm gonna do that first. Get a better picture. Oh my! Good job! Yeah, this lighting has got to go. It's like when you turn the saturation too high on a TV and you can see like everything. Oh. Remember once, Dad got a new TV and the saturation was all the way up. The light's really close, but it really won't pick it up. But it makes everyone look like they're made out of cheese or something. That's a little awkward. Gonna give it another go. I really want to get these. Hugo, I'm actually trying to get the paint. I'm down to one last material I've deemed to myself that I needed, and it's this jelly gouache paint. It's really popular, but I'm gonna do the backgrounds in watercolor, and then the jelly gouache for details in the foregrounds. And I do fish, and then my usual doodles. There's a bunch of those t-shirt sites, so might as well try to make some really colorful illustrations, and because I've been wanting to do that with my doodles for a while. I have like sketchbooks on top of sketchbooks just full of like perhaps a little concerning doodles. No, I don't know how to draw properly. Every now and then I'll like sit and watch a bunch of how-tos. However, I'm fine with just doodling. And I never really plan a piece. I just start scribbling on a piece of paper and then let that do whatever it wants to. Like, I don't think I could ever say draw the same thing twice. So, not quite. But, you know, if I held this one back here, then pretty on the but so I don't know how I ended up with maybe it was like that. Maybe no, I don't know. I must have had two hooks set down and I grabbed That's it. I don't know how. I feel like that's why I can't be a carpenter, unfortunately. Hey, Global, how you doing? Elos, how you doing? I'm retying some of Code's grandpa's flies that he tied himself in Scotland. Rest in paradise. His name was John Ward. I'm sure it exists, but that'd be a nice like extra thing fly tires could offer the community. Because I'm sure some people have like their grandpa's flies, or their great grandpa's flies. But sentimentality, can't use that. So could bring it to someone who can retie it. Quite cute. So I don't know if Code's still here, but I'm gonna give it a few more goes. Officially starting to retie some of Code Lock is here. His his grandpa was a fly fisherman and fly tyer in Scotland. So I'm trying to recreate his flies. I don't know how that happens. I swear. Okay, so when I started tying it, I realized it was much smaller of a hook, and I was like, alright, well, I'll make this a little smaller. How does it end up longer? I can never be a carpenter. It breaks my heart. But I can never seem to measure anything. And I tried paying attention. I tried that. Oh, ain't it cute? Hey, I'm not sure what it's supposed to symbolize, but the chenille is very close to the chenille that I had that Code actually helped pick out. We went away from the beach and stopped off to Joanne Fabrics, and it's a blanket, like a blanket chenille. They have a whole aisle. Can always, oh, that's true. Since I didn't really, it always amazes me how hairstylists could do this. Crap. Well, we're learning something. I can feel it. I really love the color combination. So, ooh, footballs. Ooh, oh gosh, I thought, I forgot it was zoomed in. I better change pants. But I do want to give this one more go before moving on to the alder, because I'll be changing the thread, and I seem to have lost it. Yeah. And here is visiting here, so I brutally appreciate the bouquet of feathers, 100, and the fur, which, holy shucks, I still want to watch a little more, and until I start trimming from that, it's just the most beautiful hunk of anything that I've really ever had material-wise. And it's been a little squished, but got this far. I'm not sure if this is too little hackle for it, but I stopped. Didn't have the turkey feather for the wings, but it's the first attempt at an alder, which from my understanding is a 500-year-old pattern. I haven't been able to find much information on it, and then I figured it would be a good time to also try one of these guys. I'm not sure exactly what they are. They look just like mosquitoes, so I figured mosquito for here. Is this a midge? I'm not sure exactly. And so I actually found a trivia game. There's two that I really want. There's the knot game that you put a timer and you have to like memorize the knot and then tie it. There's that. And there's I just remembered that other kit came with hooks. But that one, but there's a fly fishing trivia game. And like when I was learning, like trying to learn about symbolism and stuff like that, like global symbolism, if you will, just for fun. And that's why I got like loads of decks, because you could use them for a bunch of different symbolisms. It's found like in every area, in every corner, so it's like, I don't really think of them as like magic cards or something. I do have some magic cards though. I don't know what to do with them. I like the 90s. I really like the art on them, the Magic the Gathering, but I never learned how to play, and I don't think I will, because I just don't know anybody who plays. I do, in the future, think Kento would be brilliant for tabletop RPGs. Especially being able to play, because I'm sure there's apps and that kind of thing, but I appreciate that, Global, or John, no. I know it must be absolutely wiped. The chemo was 4 hours of straight bags, and he's able to go to the bathroom and everything. He used to bring the cart. Really intense, really cold, so I have to get some of my winter, like actual winter Arctic gear. I'm not even kidding. I don't care how ridiculous they look, but this thing's like floor length down goose feathers, okay? Very warm. And you know, I don't know, I just don't like very shy, but for some reason I could dress like very loudly and just like not even put that much thought into it, because I do not mind sitting in a corner, essentially in a sleeping bag. That is how cold it is in there. Which is totally understandable. I feel like I got an ab workout from just, you know? Very cold. I do want to bring a little like thermostat. I want to get a thermostat keychain. Yeah, like mosquito bites. It's that time of year already. That's crazy. Yeah, but they're ferociously hungry too. So this is a larger hook. It's larger than the last and larger than the original. If anybody knows, perhaps, if this color combination or pattern has a name, or if this, I know emergers, that's, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure exactly what type of pattern this is. And if anybody has any idea, I appreciate it. So let's see. Here, let me move this water closer. I love this thing. I had to rig it. It's gonna be returned. The button just happens to be totally broken on it. Completely pushed in, so I have to use my little filing board to keep the button down while I press it with something else. Which, I'm using this. I forgot what they're called. It's like a seam ripper. Try to keep that from. Oop. Okay. That was gonna fall. A seam ripper. I don't know if it's missing that little ball or if it ever had one. But it's been a brilliant tool for this waterfall. You can paint flies on your nails and then tie flies. Sweet bird. Yeah, I tell you what, this is why I really want to get a nail tech, a nail artiste, like nail scientist, nail engineer, together with a fly tying engineer artiste. But anyway, if you look up lure nails, it's been that they're just their skills in painting and coloring and achieving any color, pattern, texture, any shape nail. That could be crustaceans. Like, whoa. So if there's any nail techs, if y'all know any nail techs, please feel free to, I would like to pick their brain about tools, supplies, materials, all that kind of thing. So let me, oh, I'm sitting on feathers, that's not good. Let me check this. Is that right? I know it's this water thing, but I think it's actually right. Sweet. The other waterfall got here, so thank you kindly, Code, because this one, I think I only had like maybe one more flick of that switch before it was completely toast. Alrighty, so, okay, let me just zoom out. So, my parents just got back. I'm gonna help them heat up some lunch and something to eat because my dad, it's really hot back here. But my dad's really gotta eat, so in like a half hour, I'll be back to finish this fly and move on to the alders and the turkey feathers, because look at these. They're huge. Huge. I've never seen. And very stoked on these. And when I do come across some Florida turkey feathers, more than happy to send some up to you. And within a half hour, I shall return, finish these flies, and until then, love y'all, see you very soon, and probably change. It's gonna start cooling down, the sun's going down, but anyway, happy trails. While flipping through, there are so many live streams that I will make doing their nails. Yeah, there are. I think that's why because I never really looked up nail art. I don't think I've ever looked up nail art. I just kept saying, like, because before when I was making resin jewelry, there was a lot of stuff they were doing. I was like, oh, I have to learn how to do a lot of that as soon as possible. But transitioning over to fly tying has just been, like, and I think it would be really, really interesting because two totally different worlds. But, yep, I'll be it. But incredible. And it would be really interesting. Two totally different worlds colliding for, like, the sake of just, like, it's great. They could catch a fish. But if you look up lure nails, like, let me just grab one. So let me zoom this in. Isn't that crazy? And it's like a thing. So I have to sit down long enough to watch a video on the painting because easily could be just transitioned into lures. And it's, yeah, it's very a very popular thing. Like, God, that's a wicked pattern for some lures, eh? Like, gotta get a like a little club going. It's just nail techs and fly tie. And lure makers, which I need to, yeah. Too funny. Right, Amos? And it's just, I just looked up lure nails. Oh, well, someone sent a picture to me. And, I was just absolutely floored. So then I just looked up lure nails and you can learn so much. Like there are, lots of, fly tying videos, of course, but, the painting, I haven't delved into that side and watched many, like, how to paint the lures. And, some of the lure makers, really like watching the powder. But anyway, long story short, what a trip. And there's, like, as you saw, endless nail art things, but how they mix colors and how they blend colors and create patterns, and so simply because you're doing it on 10 fingers and you're probably doing multiple sets a day, so it's like maximum efficiency. Plus it's gotta be really sturdy, it's on your hands. It's wildly perfect. That's hilarious. Oh, it's too funny. Yeah, I just for one, super stoked. Like, I've always crafted, but like I haven't felt this level of excitement in a long time, because before it's just like, you know, it's just what I did, I guess. But now it's like what I genuinely live for. I'm not even trying to be cheesy. I mean, no matter. Cheese is Okay, anyway, I'm making myself hungry. Happy trails, y'all. Love y'all. Have a beautiful rest of the day. Well, I'll be back in a few minutes. Happy trails.